Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, we are from FRI 140 and today we will present about our final report presentation for Techno-Economy and PFK Laboratory Practicum Sessions. And before we start, let us introduce ourselves first. My name is Gista.
My name is Arinda Laila.
And my name is Sultan Arafat Vivian.
Okay, without any further ado, let's start.
So the first is for the Techmi Laboratorium Practicum and business overview. So the FRI 140 consists of Gista, Arinda, and Sultan as the owner of the company. The company is called GAC Company, and we are producing Tiar Karte, which is a teaching aids that focus on the awareness of the student about endangered animals all around Indonesia, and it is present as three-dimensional map of Indonesia.
And so next, to find out about our target market, we use an analysis of STP, which are segmenting, targeting, and positioning, and marketing mix on our products. First, for STP analysis, we got segmenting, which is divided into 4 types of analysis. The first is geographic, where the company will divide it based on the place or environment. The GAC company choose some locations like schools, residential areas, and some educational environments throughout Indonesia, especially in Bandung, West Java. Second is based on demographic. It can be based on age, gender, income, or others, which is, in here, GAC company will choose a children in the elementary school that has an age around 7 until 12 years. And third is behavior, which focus on the customer behavior, feelings, or what customer seeks on the benefit of the product. And here GAC company will segment their market to customer who sought for more attractive teaching aids with some feedback features which ordinary maps can provide. And the fourth is psychographic, and here the GAC company will focus on the values of the people who are cares on the importance of protecting the environment and natural ecosystem, especially endangered animals in Indonesia. Next slide. For targeting, the company will choose a concentrated targeting strategy. That is when the company only focus on the offering certain types of products in one segment that is considered to have the most market opportunities. On the other hand, we can say that we are using a product specialization strategy, which means the company will need to optimize the development and provide the key differentiation of product features in order to get the best image from the customer perspective and market advantage. And for the positioning, based on the product differentiation from the general purpose of the company, we have positioned our tagline to be used for creating a brand in minds of customer, which is let's help conserve extinct animals and protect future generations. Next. Okay, next is the marketing mix. Here we got 4 kind of type analysis, which is product, price, place, and promotions. For product itself, Tiar Karte maps of animals can show several types of endangered animals in Indonesia and is present in 3D map of Indonesia. And for price, the Tiar Karte product will sold around 250,000 rupiah. And for place, it will be used B2C or business to customer transaction if the customer makes the transactions individually, but it can also be an B2B or business to business when the customer buy from the related agencies such as schools and other educational institutions. And the company location start from Bandung. For the promotion itself, we use 2 type of promotion, which is online promotions and offline promotions. Next.
So for the marketing strategy and plan, for the advertising plan, first is event with frequency is 12 a year. The description is we open a tenant in school event in big city. The purpose join the event is to building relation and connection for B2B related. And for Instagram ads with frequency for 104 times per year. The purpose for using Instagram ads is to increase brand awareness of Tiar Karte products. And for the Google AdWords, the frequency is 100 per year. The purpose of using Google AdWords is to get the opportunities to advertise our product on the internet or more precisely on Google. And for Facebook ads, which is the frequency is 104 times per year, the purpose of using Facebook ads is to increase the effectiveness of target customer. And for the print ads with frequency of 12 times a year, we are using brochure of our print ads marketing, and we do spread this brochure in the event that related to our target market. And we assume every year the increase in marketing cost is 2%.
Next, on the production plan, first we need to get a demand forecasting from the sum of 12 demand forecasting periods. Then we will calculate the estimated increasing sales, and the last from there we can determine the sales target from the demand. And we will get the number of production plan, which is 7,929 for years of 2022, and so on. Next. Here are the operation process chart and product structure of Tier Karta maps of animals. Next. And here are the list of material used, such as the M4 bolt, Tier Karta island base, plant, speaker, and so on. And in the bottom, we can see the materials needed, like sewing machines, drilling, milling, and other machines that can be seen on the screen. Next.
So for the organization planning before recruitment is shown in this figure. There is 7 positions with forecasting supply research is 27 people for the next 3 years. And the total cost of beginning recruitment for direct, indirect, and executive labor is 155,560,000 rupiah. Next. Here is the organization planning after recruitment. There is 11 positions with forecasting supply research is 32 people by adding manager, staff, and operator for the 2025 and 2026. And the total cost of second recruitment for direct, indirect, and executive labor is 100,098,560,000 rupiah. Next. And these two figures shows the process and poster of recruitment and selection process for GAC company. Next. And these three tables show the cost planning of direct, indirect, and executive labor of GAC company for the next 5 years. Next.
Okay, next, let's jump into the financial projections. Here are our estimated production and operational costs from 2022 until 2026. And next. And this is our funds requirement and the source of fund. Next. Then here is the cost of goods sold for our products. For 2022, we got a total direct cost and total overhead cost amount that can be seen on the screen. And then we also got the amount of COGS, which is 2,550,440 rupiah. And with the amount of COGS of product is 321,660 rupiah. And here are also the production volume that we can see on the screen. Next. So next, here are the profit loss calculations. We can get the COGS, COGM, factory overhead cost, operational cost, earning before interest and tax, interest, EBT, tax, EA, IT that can be seen on the screen. Next. This is the cash flow. Next. Here is the balance sheet. Because we got the zero amount on our balance sheet indicator, it can be concluded that our calculation has been balanced enough. Next.
Okay, now is the feasibility analysis. So for the NPV and PBP, the NPV on the fifth period we get 1,229,000 rupiah. And then for the payback period, we get, after the calculation, is 3.5. And for the IRR score, we get 16.3%. Next, for the BCR, we get 1.38. And for the decreased selling product price, on the 6%, we get NPV for 137 million. And for the 7%, we get minus 33 million rupiah. And for the decrease in selling, we get 6.8%. Next, we are going to practicum facility industry or PFT.
So first, distance from supplier to company. From the figure, we can see that there is some various distance from some company alternative location with some supplier alternative location. For GAC Company A, which location in Kabupaten Bandung, the distance from electronica.com to GAC Company A is 12.3 kilometers. From Central J Plywood is 5.1 kilometers. From Workstat Acrylic Custom is 17.7 kilometers. Next. And for GAC Company B, which location in Kota Bandung, the distance from electronica.com to GAC Company B is 14.6 kilometers. From Central J Plywood is 13.4 kilometers, and Workstat Acrylic Custom is 3.4 kilometers. Next. And the last for GAC Company C, which location in Kota Cimahi, the distance from electronica.com to GAC Company C is 7.7 kilometers. From Central Jaya Plywood is 9.8 kilometers, and from Workstat Acrylic Custom is 17.2 kilometers. Next.
So next is the location selection with factor rating. So actually, GAC Company, through process of deciding the factor locations, we conduct a survey on Google Form to find how the local people in each area think about their area. And after we get the response, we do the qualitative and quantitative methods to determine the best locations. And from there, we can do AHP method and factor rating method. And based on the result on the factor rating that we can see on the next screen, we found that the best location is Kota Bandung. Because it has the highest rating with score of 78.02 and the UMK of 3.700.000 rupiah with the land cost of 385 million. Also with the availability land of 1,812 square meters. Next.
Our routing sheet can help us to showing the material needs, machine capacity, engine efficiency, and others to make the product. And based on the calculation on the table shown here, it is concluded that first, Jakarta and island-based parts have the highest percentage of scrap, which is 6%. The highest defect will go to packaging table on the last process, which got score of 2%. The highest efficiency is Jakarta and island-based part because the machine is in new condition and the job doesn't require the operator. The smallest actual machine capacity is milling machine that can gain 45.57 unit per day. Amount of initial machine for all process is 0 because we are a new company. And the largest required production amount is sewing machine, which got a score of 45 unit per day. Theoretical and actual unit for all the parts is 1, and we can conclude that the total actual machine required for making the product is 15 unit machine. Next.
So the next is maximum stacking. The maximum height of stack we found after the calculation is 1.8 meters. And then for the numbers of stack in GBBU, for the total area in GBBU, we found it is 2 square meters after the allowance. And then for the total area of GBBP is 1 square meters. And for the total receiving area after the allowance of MHE for the 30% is 2 square meters. The next is we can see the result of stacking calculation using the stack builder. And here are the number of selected material handling equipment. So the selected unit load is 37, for the time is 1046. It is chosen because it is the smallest type. So the most optimal amount of delivery time we can see from the table on the screen. The number of delivery frequency for each process is 1.
So for the area, First is for production floor dimension. We determine the total area based on the length and width of machine. Also allowance of operator, material, and material movement. Then we get the total area of production floor for 20 facilities is 335 square meters. Next, for the office dimension, we divide the facilities office in 4 rooms, which is CEO and employee room, meeting room, living room, and kitchen. Then we determine the total area for each facility based on the size, length, and width, and the allowance of operator. So the total of office area is 211 square meters. Next.
So next is the FTC chart or from to chart. Furthermore, by calculating the existing travel distance of material handling with the material handling cost, I found that the total material handling cost needed to produce the aircraft product is 548,300 rupiah. Also, to describe the quantitative flow of material displacement between departments, we use the FTC table, where the FTC table itself can help us to show the total weight of the load that must be moved, distance of material movement, and also the volume or any combinations of these factors. And it can be analyzed that the incoming costs have the same value as the outgoing cost, namely 548,000 rupiah. So it can be said that the calculations are correct. Next.
The next is initial layout after ARC. So we found that the production floor total area is 335 square meters, and for the facilities total area is 889 square meters. And these are the initial layout after the ARC. And after that, we want to lay out again using the WinQSP to find the optimal result. And after we found that the optimal result based on the WinQSP application, then we are going to make it on the SketchUp application to make the three-dimensional design.
Okay, this is the last from our presentations. Thank you so much for your attention. Sorry if there is any miss from us. That's all from FRI 140. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.